At the
Oh,
top of the
massive.
card, we see the Iron Man, Rod Tang, former flyweight Muay Thai champion, record in 116 and 2. Excuse me, last time beat Jacob Smith by unanimous decision. Of course, missing weight in that fight. Hopefully, that
Hmm.
won't be a factor in this one. But he's coming up against Japanese royalty, the only three-weight K1 kickboxing world champion, Takeru Sagawa. Record in 1 and 0. Last fight beating Tanzan by KO with that vicious deep kick to the solar plexus. So BG, it's finally here, bruh. It's
Yeah.
finally here. We
Yo,
are
super hype.
absolutely like kids on Christmas, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
But BG, take us away here, bro. How's this one gonna play out?
You are absolutely right. It's finally here. The fight will be official after the hydration and weigh-ins 2 days from now. Hopefully, both these athletes can make weight. And we know for sure, that this fight can no longer be disrupted by anything. It's going to happen. Hopefully, I'm praying that more so for our time makes the weight. But yeah, it was, you said it, kids on Christmas. I am torn, to be honest with you, because Ratang is the exact fighter that brought me to the One Championship. He was the first fighter I've watched when it comes to One Championship. He's the reason why I became a big fan of the sport. I know you know, going back many years, at least 2019, I was talking about Ratang then already, making you watch fights whenever you came over to me, make you watch this guy fight. And when I first saw Takeda, I was like, oh my word, this could be the exact guy that could dethrone the likes of Rodtang, the likes of Superlek. This is the kind of style, and that's why I'm torn, because I'm a fan of both these guys, and it's hard for me to pick one, and it's making me difficult to put this preview together because of that reason. It's hard for me to choose an athlete here. But if I must break it down to X's and O's as to how I think this fight's going to play out, I mean, you gave a good build up for both these guys. Um, how I think the fight would play out, it's a matter of who's going to be the most durable here. Is going to be the one that's going to win, to be honest with you. And I think Rodtang may just be the more durable fighter here. That's funny to say, because if you watch Sagawa, he doesn't really get knocked out. Takiro usually loses on points, or he's also quite extremely durable. He can go all the distance, um, just like Rodtang can. And Rodtang, when he's lost, did come in the hands of Superlek. We saw that loss, and it was Superlek overwhelmed him and just made sure he was going backwards the whole time. It was a Muay Thai fight. But what Superlek did show in that fight to beat Rodtang was to be very active. Keep him quite often, leg kick him a lot. If you leg kick him a lot, he's not going to leg kick you. So you're occupying his legs quite often, which forces Rodtang to fight with the hands, which is not ideally what he wants to do. Another big factor in this fight is it's kickboxing. So therefore, one of Rodtang's best weapons has been taken away, and that is the elbows and also clinch knees. Doesn't really use a lot of clinch knees, Rodtang, but he does use a lot of elbows, and that's been taken away. So, and also it's bigger gloves. Is the power going to carry over the same way he does in Muay Thai? He doesn't have that many knockout wins in the One Championship. This is Rodtang now, but I mean, he overwhelms his opponents, which has been ultimately the most durable guy. And whatever they throw at him, he throws back tenfold, you know. But Takedo does the one thing a lot of those athletes that he fought in the past don't do, which is what Superlek also didn't do, is, like you said, the monster deep kick. It's a powerful weapon that a lot of Japanese athletes are using, and now a lot of them are actually being successful in the One Championship is by deep kicking the Thai fighters to oblivion. They don't know how to check it, they don't know how to get away from it, because it doesn't come in the same way the traditional deep kick goes. Even in terms of a karate deep kick or a Muay Thai deep kick, it's not the same thing. Takedo throws it in a way that is it's almost hidden behind a roundhouse movement. So it looks like he's going to kick high, but he doesn't. And he goes to the solar plexus. And I feel like that may be the key factor in actually stopping Rodtang here. Um, Rodtang, on the other hand, excuse me, he's got the power. He's the key for him to be the victory is to actually stay very close in the void, pretty much make Takedo fight in the very close quarters with him, and utilize his, I think, power advantage over Takedo. Because Tanzin was able to drop Takedo with a very nice 1-2 left combo. And I think Rodtang can do that even better than Tanzin. It's just a matter of him getting in. And Takedo, he's not scared of that. I just watched his breakdown on Mighty Mouse's page of Takedo. And one thing he pointed out in that fight, which I thought was quite interesting, is that Takedo doesn't stay out of the void. He actually goes in all the time. He doesn't fight outside of the distance. He loves being close up, and that's just what he does. And I think it's going to be a battle of two bulls here. And I think the one who's going to be the matador is probably going to be the one that wins the fight. Just a matter of who does it. I mean, they are in Japan. It's Takero's homegrown advantage. It's his backyard, So, and also this is I'm not sure if Rotan is fasting. I think he is. So it is in Ramadan. Is that going to play a factor as well? Stylistically, both athletes can beat each other. I know Chitotong said he's expecting a knockout in this fight. I don't know about a knockout, maybe a knockdown. I've never seen Rodtang look remotely close to knockout, other than when he fought Superlik and Superlik elbowed him over the head. That was and actually landed that knockdown, but that was like a flash knockdown. Rodtang got up immediately. We've seen Takedo get knocked down. Superlik kicked him to the point where he couldn't stand. Takedo doesn't check leg kicks that often, which could be an advantage for Rodtang. So yeah, just a lot of ways that this fight can go, and that makes it very tricky for me to give a definitive winner. If that makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, you make a lot of very good points there, BG. And yeah, both men are very durable. Rodtang is infamous for his durability. So yeah, if it does come down to that, if it does, I would say that Rodtang does have the advantage. But this is kickboxing, like you said, and this is kickboxing royalty. This is his game, and I think, to your point, Rodtang does lose a lot when you take the elbows out of the game.
Yes.
It is just limiting in terms of he's not able to use his full arsenal. So based on that, I'm gonna go with Takedo to get this done over 5 rounds. That's the call I'm making. I know you said it's difficult to give a pick here, BG. But yeah, that's where I am at the moment. So is there any chance I could make you choose?
Convince me. When I weigh out, like anything in life, when you weigh out pros and cons, you have to go with a decision that has more pros, right? And in this fight, there are a little bit more pros to Takedo than there are to Rodtang. Another thing that you mentioned, to add to him not using his elbows, another thing where I see him lose fights, or I see him get behind scorecards, is when he's not as active as the other opponent. Superlik was way more active than Rodtang when they fought each other. Like, he didn't give Rodtang a chance, really. Rodtang would throw something, Superlik would throw back 3. I think Takedo, his output is a little bit more than Rodtang's as well. Rodtang does have a tendency to throw a 1-2, maybe a 3-punch combo. That 3-punch would include a 1-2 and a kick at the end of it. But he's throwing so much heat, he throws one at a time. He doesn't go like Takedo, where it's like, he's flowing a whole bunch of stuff at you. And I think Rodtang can also lose on the scorecards by being less active than Takedo. And I think Takedo is going to move around quite often, which will force Rodtang to make it a dogfight. I think the victory has to be a dogfight here. If he's going to stand and take pictures with Takedo, I think he's going to lose the fight on points.
Yeah, I think that's an excellent point again, BG. Because the Muay Thai style is very kind of rhythmic and linear. Yes. And if you get someone like Takedo who moves around so much, he's not going to let Rodtang settle into a rhythm. So that might be a problem. But of course, ladies and gentlemen, let us know your thoughts on this one. BG, we could talk about this one for quite a while, but I'm going to ask you for final thoughts, because we do have 4 other title fights to get to, if you can believe that. So final thoughts on this one, and then we'll keep it moving, please, sir.
Final thoughts for this one, I'll keep it nice and short. I'm going to say Takedo's going to win the fight, purely based that this is a fight that he has announced to potentially be his last of his career. So I'm sure he's going to want to go out in a bang. And because it's in Japan, it makes sense. The writing's on the wall for me. And yeah, I think Takedo's going to go out here as the victor.
Massive. So we're both in the Takedo camp, but again, fascinating fight, and definitely looking forward to this one.